1979, I think it was, you were charged in New York City with practicing medicine without a license. You were ultimately charged, indicted, and taken before the New York Supreme Court. And I would advise my viewers who might be questioning your authenticity that you won that case. Now, so the charge was practicing medicine without a license and claiming that you had a remedy to cure AIDS, cancer, and diabetes. So the question is, how did you win that case against what some people say are the toughest prosecutors in the land?
Well, it was 1987.
87, not 79,
The
87.
10th of February.
Okay.
My mother knew they were coming. When I told my mama that I had cured my 13 AIDS patient, she said, "They gonna get you. They gonna get you."
So let me stop you there. You said I cured my 13 AIDS patients.
Yeah.
So you had 13 patients
Yeah.
who had AIDS.
Yeah.
And then you say
cured.
you cured them.
Sure.
Keep talking.
So my mother said, "They're gonna get you." I said, "But Mom, why are they gonna get me?" Because you must remember that you live in a society that supports a certain philosophy and a certain system. You being the color that you are, black, and then you're going against the grain, they're gonna get you. So when I'm in my office on February the 10th, here come the detectives. You are charged with practicing medicine without a license, selling product not approved by the FDA, and claiming to cure AIDS and other diseases. I said, "Yes." "Well, you are making a fraudulent claim." I asked the detective, "How do you know that?"
Because you were advertising in newspapers.
Of course, I advertised in the Village Voice, the Amsterdam News, and the New York Post.
And you were telling people through your advertising that you can cure
AIDS, sickle cell, lupus, herpes, blindness, diabetes, paralysis, and others.
Okay, so they come knocking on the door and
So it knocked on my door and took me to jail. But the funny thing about it, I was happy. I was very, very, extremely happy. When everybody in my office was crying, I was happy because my mama told me they were coming. And I knew that I had sufficient evidence to prove my position.
There's Dr. Otto, he was a Nobel Prize winner back then. He claimed that cancer cannot survive in an alkaline environment. That is exactly what DR.SEBI's preaching. You know, there's incredible scientists, doctors out there who do agree with what DR.SEBI says. And it's enough proof to realize that maybe what he's saying has some truth to it. Maybe Western medicine, maybe medicine in general is not the best thing for us. You know, he talks about natural herbs and how it's good for our body and our body will accept it, but doctors and everyone else, they're using chemicals. I mean, man-made chemicals that the body is constantly fighting, and, you know, there's so many side effects to all these medicines. Why do you think, you know? I mean, it's killing us.
If you think prescription drug prices in the United States are bad today, just wait a month, because 30 major pharmaceutical companies here in the United States have announced plans to raise the prices on hundreds of different medications.
Agreed to hold off raising prices following heavy pressure from President Trump. Pfizer now says it will increase the prices of 41 drugs in January.
Pharmaceutical company Allergan is set to setting the tone for 2019 with a near 10% increase in prices on more than 12 products. Allergan is among those more than 36 other drug companies that are ringing in the new year with price increases. The average price increase among companies implementing a hike, 6.3%.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Founded a company called Turing Pharmaceuticals, and he bought a drug. He bought the marketing rights to a drug and then raised the prices of that drug from $13.50 a pill to $750 basically overnight. And there's the drug. Daraprim is the name of the drug, and it's something that's used to treat a life-threatening parasite illness, infection that people with a compromised immune system can.
Now, DR.SEBI did die in police custody in Honduras. He was picked up for allegedly money laundering with another man with the name of Pablo. So I think they had $50,000. They were trying to get onto a private plane, and regardless, I don't think it's a big enough deal. I mean, he had money, so I think $50,000 really doesn't seem like a big deal. But what's interesting about this is that pneumonia is what killed him in police custody. Now, this man had no problem with pneumonia, you know. I mean, he cured AIDS and all kinds of diseases. But supposedly, while in police custody, this holistic healer, natural healer, ends up dying of simple pneumonia. Now, do your own research, you know, you can determine what you think happened, but I think something's up there.
A man known as DR.SEBI claims